So the Elite 8 flags are set up to where you can have a potential for mirrored world, and that's where we are starting. We are starting with mirrored up by the cave next to vanilla level 9. So players are going to have to know how to screen scroll to effectively get off these screens without taking too much damage. Big part of the All Boards No Swords tournament, in case this is the first time you're joining us, there are no swords, so runners are basically going to be looking for the overworld wood sword cave to get their blue candle, or they're going to be looking for a shop with a candle in it. This will allow them to open up more overworld spots to go ahead and check for dungeons, white sword item, and the like. Another part of the Elite 8 flag set is you can start between 1 heart and 5 hearts, and for this race we have a 2 heart start. So every time they up an A, or go back to start, or save and quit, they're going to have 2 hearts regenerated instead of 3. It's a little bit important because Lionel Beams on the overworld will give you 2 hearts worth of damage. Running into a blue Dark Nut will take 2 damage. A lot more things kill you on just 2 damage. We have a little bit of route divergence. There are some new screen wraps you can use, such as on the arrow screen to get towards the vanilla white sword cave, and that's what TruantGamer just did. And yes, we are in the Elite 8 matchup. Looks like Captain Green's opting into some caves towards vanilla start, whereas TruantGamer is sticking up by the waterfall, trying to find out if there's anything up there that he can get, such as the blue candle, or maybe even finding a bomb shop. But so far, just a 26 mid secret. And the first thing we know is that the overworld is not all second quest, so it's either going to be first mixed, second mixed. The difference between first mixed and second mixed will be the secrets. Instead of 3 large and second, it'll be just the 1. The small secret has a little bit more than usual. It has 6 more than the vanilla, so that's a little bit of a boon for the runner since the mid secret at its minimum. Large, however, is only 76 rupees. If that's the only one, this could end up being a poverty seed for both runners. It's especially painful and swordless when you rely on the bow and arrows at some point in time for your damage. There are only 3 repeatable items that you have available to you for damage: red candle, the wand, and bow and arrow. However, the bow and arrow is the only one that actually costs you money to fire off. Looks like Truant's already found something quite important. Or no, it was Captain Green's side, excuse me. Saw Truant by the arm says chat or yelled out silvers. So silver arrows for at least Captain Green, maybe for both. But with it being the Armos item, it's not going to be too long before both runners have that item. You always do the Armos check in Sorless pretty early. And Captain Green's decided that land moles are not for him. He's going to go ahead and bail out of this dungeon until he at least has a little bit more health. Looks like TruantGamer is going to stumble across his large secret. We still don't know if there's going to be 2 more of those or if that's going to be it. Both runners do have their blue candle at this point, so that really isn't that big of a time difference or loss for either runner, as they both were within a couple minutes of one another. Having the blue candle 6 minutes in probably makes both runners feel pretty comfortable about the situation. And like I said earlier, it really doesn't matter too much whether you buy it from the shop or you pick it up from the free cave that you find it in the overworld. We do, however, see that red bubbles in this seed are going to cause slow mode. Truant paid the heart for the leave your heart or money room because if you only have 2 hearts, you can actually activate what we call zombie mode for Link, which basically means the game can't take you down to 1 heart, it can only take you down to your minimum. And it does look like we have second quest dungeons on the back half. This very much looks like Second Quest 7, and I do believe the other dungeon they found earlier had a very good chance to be Second Quest Level 8. Both runners would very much like to find the ladder at this point, because they just saw the coast item and it was the red ring. Or at least one of the runners has seen it now and the other one's going to see it not too long from now. And Captain Green has found out that red bubbles are going to cause him slow mode. He's not going to be too thrilled to see that. And he's pirouetting on the overworld to attempt to open up the door to the left side. It confuses the game into thinking that you've actually stayed in the dungeon and come in from the left door of the room, so it opens the key door for you. There are not too many shapes that have that sort of top side to them. So, while I'm not going to call this outright first half shapes yet, it's starting to look that way. And CaptainGreen7 has manufactured a bomb drop. That's quite useful as he's going to be able to save that bomb drop and retry to it after checking some of the bomb caves for openings. Speaking of bombs, it looks like Vanilla Level 9 houses what I would assume is magical sword bombs. The swords are replaced by bombs. There is at this point, 1 in 21 chance that is actually also the white sword bomb pack. What we have in this setup is Heart Shuffle, which means there are 23 items to pull from instead of just 15, as the 8 hearts enter the pool. So the white sword will just show up as a bomb pack in the dungeon, on the floor, in a staircase, or could be in its vanilla location in the white sword. Door repair doesn't look that far from vanilla, so 21, a little bit painful given the smaller medium secret and the small large secret, but in the end, you're really just hoping it's not 25 ever. Yeah, it looks like Darkfalls is going to jump in with me, so good afternoon, Darkfalls.
Hello, my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm excited to see what happens in this matchup.
Yeah, this is a good one. CaptainGreen7, one of the up-and-comers in the Zelda 1 Randomizer. TruantGamer, a bit more of a veteran. Been around for quite a while, but he's also very solid to get. He is one of the few people who have defeated Crystal Saber in tournament play, so he definitely has a name for himself at this point.
Yep, with great reputation comes great responsibility.
Absolutely.
You have not missed that much, though. They've only found the Armos item to be the silvers, the red ring to be the host item, and we believe it's second quest back half on dungeons, given the layout of level 7 showing up in the first 7 or 8 rooms that Truant explored.
Yeah, I was watching on my phone as I was driving home, so I'm aware of where we are. I don't have the dungeon locations at the moment. We'll pick that up as I come along. We got another heart for TruantGamer. That's nice since we had a. He'll still go down to 2. Nice lime yellow color by Captain Green here.
Yeah, it's starting up at the top row of the dungeon again.
And immediately ladder blocked.
But that is a blank room, so this is going to basically be first half, first quest, second half, second quest.
So that would be level 5, I would think.
It could be one of 2 dungeons at that point, correct?
Alright, so no fun shapes to deal with today. That's good and bad, I guess.
It's nice if you're a runner, I would think, but kind of not as fun for us to laugh at their misfortune.
I enjoy shapes personally. I think it just really shows off what the randomizer can do.
Yeah, just a little bit trolly and swordless when you're trying to hold on to your bombs for killing enemies and you gotta bomb open walls just to find your way through sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. TruantGamer finding a gray dungeon down by Casino Corner area. So do we have Lionel's Darkness and wizards in dungeons. Am I seeing that correct?
Yeah, there's a lot of pain in dungeons right now.
Level 9 up in the vanilla 100 spot.
Yeah, just in case we weren't set to confirm it yet, you'll notice that it's starting the runner in the LCOM of level, which is in the middle. If it were first quest or shapes, it would follow first quest logic, which would be the skull on the right side.
Alright, so entering from the left, this could be 2Q8 that Fury is in. That Truant's in, sir. And we have a lovely pack of wizards to get them at the next room.
If I had a guess as to what this gray dungeon was currently, I would go with level 3.
Yeah, that's definitely possible also.
Because I feel like we've seen Second Quest 8 somewhere else because it was near the top left corner where they came into the dungeon from. I want to say that's at the waterfall, White Sword Cave. The way level 3 works is if you enter the left side, it puts you in, if you look at the bomb column, Grunt just picked up his 5 bombs, it'll show you coming in at the top side of that bomb. That's what I kind of use as a visual to figure out how high it is on the dungeon. And since it's all on the left side, you can go up 2 rooms. That's kind of how I see it for level 3. But that definitely doesn't mean it has to be.
TruantGamer in a orange dungeon that he found southeast of Vanilla 2. I don't think we know what that orange dungeon is yet, correct?
I have no earthly idea yet.
And that is a any key on the floor for Captain Green. That's huge, especially since he had 0 keys to his name.
Yeah, this one is about to be easier to figure out, though. If it's a whole bunch of doors here, well, nope. You should probably go ahead and check up from there, though. This looks like the banana on the bottom side, so level 2.
Well, let's see if he finds a second floor drop, because I'll tell him if it's 2 or 1. It can't be 1 because of that shape so far.
It's too far over to be level 5, too many rooms to be 4, 1, or 6. So should bomb up here or right here, and both should open for him.
Yeah, he's getting his bombs out, so... And he can't go up, so let's
There you
call
go.
this level 2.
The only thing that threw me off was a lot of times you'll see a lot more open doors than that in level 2.
And he does have to use a bomb if he wants to go down that lower southwest room.
Yep. In this seed, they don't really want to see the old men because the old men are basically going to be 10 counters. They're not going to be any form of hint. Community hints in the Elite 8 make them just about worthless.
Yeah, I mean, as you said though, you can build a 10 count off them, so they are helpful in that regard. Time consuming, but helpful. And he does only have 2 bombs, so I can hit the old man 3 times with the candle, gets 9 hits. And let's see, he can bomb some skeletons.
He went for the 5er though.
I think I don't think he swapped to his candle. To his bomb, I should say. Unless he tried to see how much HP the skeleton has, maybe?
It's true. Looks like we have any roads on Truant's side. Looks like what would normally be West Death Mountain, and at least on the way to the waterfall. I was too busy looking at Captain Green's side to see where the other two were sending him.
I was trying to figure out where Captain Green found this green dungeon.
I believe it's on the southern coast. In one of the bomb spots.
Thank you, Balletta, for telling me that. He is our tracker today. Always does a nice job. Thank you. So with this being level 2, we should have one more item on the floor somewhere. Might be combat blocked, might be just hanging out. That's probably why Captain Green's killing this room off of skeletons to see if it is here.
Yep, he could almost decide to go ahead and burn the old man some more, and then drop a bomb on even more of these Stalfos and see if he can't get through the room just a little bit quicker. But I think in the end it's going to come out to about the same clear speed given, well, if they stop trolling him. And he's switching strategies midpoint. Saying, I'm going to go ahead and build another bomb count off you since you're going to keep dodging.
Stalfos doing Stalfos things. Yeah, this season's going to be kind of like a hunt for repeatable offense, I think. And he has a pretty good advantage for Captain Green. Just opens up his dungeon exploration just a bit more freely, I would say.
Yep, the one saving grace there is that with it being first quest, first half, there will not be too much of a key starve.
Well, he hasn't found level 1 yet, and level 1 tends to be very key starved, so that's going to open up level 1 for him at the very least.
And did you see how much HP these Vyres had?
Yes, and it is a beautiful, beautiful feeling.
So any dungeon with Vyres in it, you really have little to no excuse for not clearing the rooms on, because you're going to be able to farm bombs off them really efficiently. And you may even get lucky just by hitting a couple of them.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to sneeze on a fire and watch it die.
He's getting a bomb pack when he's full, and he's going to try and clear this room. I don't think, with it being second quest in this shape, that it's going to have much for him. He's going to try and clip, I think, for this? Oh, missed it.
Yeah, he's only down one bomb. It's not that big of a deal.
What's also nice is he went back down into that room, and if you notice, the Pole's voice went away instantly, so the Pole's voice was very low on priority in the room.
Yeah, the logic won't dictate that you can delete enemies like that. It assumes that you can kill it when you walk into the room. And there is our Triforce in that dungeon, so that's nice. We don't have to come back in. And there is our bow. That's a very nice find in level 2.
Yeah, this too is super nice. It gives you a potential repeatable damage source right off the bat, and gives you an any key so you don't have to worry about buying keys. Because he already has his silver arrows, so, I mean, basically he's a wand and a ladder away from really trying to bum rush through dungeons and hope that it works out for him. However, on Truant's side, we just found our white sword item, and wouldn't you know, it's hard.
I mean, with 15 hearts in play, more often than not, you'll find at least one or two that are just hanging out there free.
Well, it certainly feels like 15 hearts.
Alright, so well, it's 8 hearts in play, I suppose, plus the 4.
Yep, you have the 8 dungeon, plus the 1 on the coast, plus the 4 in shops.
Yeah, so that's 12, 13 hearts.
Yeah, but when you clear, like, second quest, level 8, and you find a heart on the floor and 2 hearts and staircase, it certainly feels like a lot. Both runners have found pieces of 7 through 9. One runner, I believe it was Captain Green, has found level 7 and level 9, and Truant has found 7 and 8 for sure.
If we're back in this questionable orange dungeon, have we found level 7 yet? This could be potentially level 7.
Level 7 is second quest, and it's a gray dungeon.
Okay, gotcha.
This, to me, if what we saw earlier was level 5, this would probably be level 4 or level 6 at this point.
Whatever it is, it's a dungeon of nope so far.
It's got whiz robes and Beyonce community hits.
It has Aquamentus, so that's a good thing. Everyone likes Aquamentus.
Yep, and that blue whiz robe room was a blank room as well, so with there being 3 spots so far across the top, this is looking like level 4 all of a sudden.
Which means if it is, that wizard room is most likely going to be forced to us. Oh, we got an item.
Yep, he's gonna pop the key door so he remembers, but let's see what we have here.
Repeatable offense, I'll take it.
Yeah, we're getting quite the lead in damage and keys on one side here. So you can't bomb left in the old man room? Do we try that?
I don't believe so, but it'd be nice to be able to get around that awful room. Okay, so it looks like we might be able to, as long as we can go down from here, but we can't without a ladder. Now the question is, do you gamble on ladder being somewhere else? For all we know, it could be in level 9. Or do you think it could be past those wizards?
Well, with Red Ring on the coast, I would certainly not stick around for the moment. I would go grab that, and then if I need to tank my way through that, I can build a bomb count with my Red Ring in hand and maybe survive it.
Well, if you have the ladder, you can just do a ladder clip around those, so you don't need to deal with them.
Yeah, so I would basically... Yeah, that's true. I just don't think there's any point in staying in there. Unless you actually have your Red Ring in hand or have some heart build-up plus bomb count ready to go.
Well, there's a bomb room right next door, so we'll see if he's not going to make a purchase. Did he test how much HP those blue wizards have?
He did not test... No.
Yeah, that'd be a tricky room on only 3 hearts, too. That just wouldn't be fun to deal with. Doable, but not fun.
So at this point, we're back to overworld exploration, given we have some ways to farm bombs quite easily. And Truant, I believe, is in the dungeon with the bow and the any key.
Yes, this is level 2, so he will get his goodies here also. As long as he doesn't hug the Stalfos. Hugging Stalfos did not help him.
Well, he does know that that room doesn't have a drop anymore because there was a key in the Stalfos that was walking around.
Yeah, he's gonna take a death for the key, and then just find the key momentarily.
Yep, and he doesn't know yet that it's level 2, so he's checking that, which is a smart play. You don't want to leave a push block behind. But now he's going to be thrilled that he doesn't have to buy any keys this seed.
Yeah, it just frees up your money a little bit. You can get bomb upgrades, bombs, stuff like that. Arrows, bait, etc. With repeatable offense in hand, it looks like Captain Green may be heading into this lovely gray dungeon. Gotta be careful he doesn't use all of his money. He might want to save a bit for other purchases. That's a trap that I've seen a couple people fall into once they got early silvers. Did we find what the large secret and all that was?
I'm sure Chad will call me out on this if I'm wrong, but I think it's 16, 26, 76 with a door penalty of 21. Looks like Truant's gonna leave level 2 for now without his bow, so see how long it takes him to come back and get them.
So yeah, you were right in this being level 3. We'll see if we can dig out some items here or not. Gonna bomb some wizard herbs too. I've got a Triforce. And we got a heart container.
It's good to have the knowledge of what the floor drop is. It means you only have to go staircase hunting. And I think maybe check this room, but I would certainly consider clearing out the Triforce shortly. I hate walking back through rooms, personally.
So we see a standing bomb drop, which would possibly be annoying beforehand. Hello, ladder block. But now that we know that we have our floor drop, that's not a big deal. One room to the left here, there's always the item here in level 3 is going to be ladder blocked.
He's got a second room that I don't think he's checked personally, but I do think we've seen it. It is a single block.
Oh, it's this lovely mess.
Yep, it's a whole lot of nope.
And judging by the color of that block, that might be our push block, because it was a different palette than the standing block.
Yeah, I've got a lot of the logic figured it out, but I don't understand the glowing rock versus the non-glowing rock, so I can't personally make a call on it.
Usually in my experience, the ones that push will be a different color than the ones that don't. It's not always the case, but more likely than not it is.
My only stance on the whole situation is if I don't push a block in a room when it exists and it's an item, I'm in deep trouble. So I always assume that something's a staircase until I push it and it's not. And Captain Green, I guess, is going to be forced to go back into level 3 here, since he wanted to leave and a Octorok said no.
I mean, the Octorok just wants him to beat his head against those wizard herbs just for our amusement too.
Good news on Truant's side, though. He is clearing this room full of Stalfos in level 4, we presume.
maybe he's gonna have a go at it.
Looking that way. He's at least going to test, I guess, the Wizrobe health pool and see if it's 2 bombs, 3 bombs, or 4 bombs.
It's 2, so he can do this. And he's going to, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, if you can make that play with only losing 2 bombs, it's big. And I would not necessarily pick it up in this specific seed, but he may not know second quest back half yet, or he may not have put that together.
Yeah, but he actually only lost 2 bombs to clear out that room, so that's actually very nice for him.
And there's the level 9 sighting again, up in the corner.
That's an interesting pickup to get that, but I guess we don't have our wand yet and we have no idea where it is, so if it's deep in 9 anyway, the book will help you a little bit knowing exactly where you are in dungeons. Truant is now into 4, but does not want to deal with the Wizrobes there. At least we know that the blue ones aren't that bad, so he may head back into 4 now and kill that other room. Yeah, looks like he's going to go attempt to do the secondary room here.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. It's going to be a little bit more painful in this room just because the block layout for me with 2 things in the middle as opposed to just a single block tends to really troll me. Additionally, the top door is not nearly as safe for me as a side door.
Yeah, but unfortunately with the lovely disappearing bomb hole there, there's not much you can do. But he's just going ham, and he's going to take them all out, get 4 back, and he just got 2 left now.
He's got a bit of a cushion too. He won't die to just once walking by a Wizrobe or a bee.
Down to 1, and he can kind of just walk out into the room and just take care of it now. Now he's got to be careful.
Now I got to be careful, yeah. Look out.
I may leave and save to get my health back and then come back and take care of this last one.
Well, he's going for it. Now what do you do?
I might pick that up and then just refill my bombs and do it again, personally. I mean, you have to do it twice anyway. Yeah. Because the thing is, you don't know what you're going to run into when you go through those next rooms. If you get locked in, you can't turn around and come back, for example.
Yeah, if you're looking for second quest level 7, the gray dungeon on Truant's side is definitely where we think he's at right now.
But at least you got an HP refill, and he can get some more bombs again, so it's not awful, I guess. And there's a bomb shop right here, too. Any key lets you buy bombs a little bit more leniently.
And Truant getting Danger Noodle and sent back to the start room again. He's slow-moded as well, which is not helpful.
So what's your least favorite of the bubble curses? I hate slow mode the most, I think.
Yeah, slow mode is by far and away an awful, awful setting. Looks like we may have counted our way back up to 10 on Captain Green's side. He used his last bomb to go ahead and manufacture one. And it looks like Truant might jump back into level 2, which will be good for him.
Gonna do the little screen scroll to check out this cave. Just a casino.
He got Aquamenace down, as well as opening up the bomb wall, so it's 2 for 1 there. So far we've seen 2, 3, 4, presumably level 5, 7, and 8, and we've also found level 9. So we're really not missing too many dungeons at this point.
Haven't seen one yet, which is kind of one of the ones that people actually want to see early. And this was 7 you were talking? Or 8?
The one Captain Green's heading towards right now, I think, is 8.
Yes, it is.
That room start point that he just entered in on the map is really, really shapes our second quest 8 and not a whole lot else.
Well, that's a quicker item. Thankfully, it's a the floor item, and it's just a heart container.
Well, with how early you find that floor item in level 8, I think that's actually one of the few times you're okay with seeing the heart. Because now you're not going to have to go clearing every single room looking for a floor drop.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a very beefed up Manhandla, but with the silver arrows it makes it a little bit easier as long as you can just stay away from it. So one of millions of staircases here in level 8, and of course it's a transport, because why not? I believe there are 6 transports in level 8, or 4, 6 or 4, I forget which.
Now, we have a lot of walkthrough walls potentially. We have 5 standard 2-way transports. We have 2 single transport.
And a second heart container.
By single, I mean they spit you out in a random room and you don't get to go back. And then you also have the 2 item staircases, one of which we just found. And I'm 99.99% sure that the Hungry Gorilla has to be forced to second quest 8.
Yes, it does. 3 and 8. Truant gets his boat and the Triforce out of 2.
So Captain Green really got a little bit of extra dungeon knowledge and 2 Triforces ahead in the 20 or so minutes he's had the advantage in. So yeah, he made some good progress while Truant was kind of struggling to find his red candle and then bow. But it's not necessarily anywhere near over at this point. It wasn't such an insurmountable lead already.
No, there's still a lot to good happen. This is best of 3, yes. It's, actually, let me check that. I believe they're doing best of 3. It is a best of 3. Game 2 will be on Sunday, and Game 3 will be on Monday.
Yeah, we got this all running in about 9 minutes, so I didn't really have the time to ask them, but I guess if they put it on the schedule for us, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I just looked at the admin sheet.
Such a cheater.
Time to be determined. I mean, I might as well use the resources available to me instead of... Darkness, yay.
Yeah, we'll give the quick shout out now, I think, to Speed Gaming for picking this one up for us. did a great job putting this one together real fast, and to both of our runners for their patience.
And our tracker behind the scenes, Balada, for jumping in last second, of course. I always appreciate the trackers. They do a lot of hard work, and it makes life much easier for us.
Looks like Truant. This looks definitely to be level 3 again, so looks like he's kind of following the same order that Captain Green did in his dungeon. I haven't been counting all the staircases Captain Green has taken thus far, but looks like this is at least the 4th or 5th time he's entered one, so he's forcing bombs as well, keeping that up. Unfortunately, it looks like all these staircases really are just kind of connecting to one another in the path he's already cleared. Darknut's not playing nice so far. Really sapping some of Captain Green's bombs. The good news, though, about level 8 is it also, on top of having the bait block in it, will also have the bomb upgrade in it, because in second quest those are in 4 and 8. And currently the logic does not move any of the second quest bait or bomb upgrade.
Alright, so did we dig the second line of 8 yet?
Not yet. We did find our bait block. It's a Darknut. So we're looking for what presumably will be a third heart, just to troll the runners even further.
Well, of course, because the game has to. Yeah, I saw that we found 2 hearts so far, but nothing major. Yep. Slow mode and dealing with wizards, you gotta love it. Pretty team enemy set so far for this level 8. Nothing really doing as far as that goes. Red candles makes life easy. Wizards, sorry, Darknuts are a pain, but could be worse.
The one thing I will say about single block rooms is anytime I see a standing floor item in a single block room, I smell a rat. So this room had a key on the floor. It was a single block room. And oof, that's not what he wanted.
Truant about to clear the room with the book. He probably won't be too happy to see that at 60 minutes in plus no shapes.
Well, it requires a few more bombs than he had, unfortunately. But he at least got his knowledge, I think, of how much HP they have.
Yeah, it looks like Captain Green may be bomb hunting now. He miscounted or triggered one of the bombs, so he wasn't able to get his 10 count bombs back.
Looks like Truant's found himself 4 bombs. Gonna head back this way, I think, and try and clear this room out second time. As long as he can get probably another 4-pack of bombs, I think he'll have a chance to clear that room out. But if nothing else, Captain Green was able to do it in one go, whereas Truant's having to go back and forth and farm. It's one of those situations where you may have wanted to consider perhaps burning that old man 9 times and trying to walk past the bubbles, or even up and A-ing and just trying to get back to the room with the blue wizrobes with the 9 count in hand so that you can bomb them and force. And unfortunately, the line beams are not fun. If you tank them, you will die, and that is what has happened here. So now it's decision time for Truant. Looks like he's gonna farm this room again since it's respawn. It's actually maybe even a blessing in disguise in some ways. Because he can simply up and A as he just did and farm this room with his silver arrows. As long as he doesn't burn through too many of them, he'll be able to pick up 8 bombs. He's actually picking up the money back.
Yeah, he actually got 12 bombs out of that room. So he'll get his book. Probably won't be too happy to see it.
Yeah, if he knows what the dungeon layout is, he may opt out of it. And I don't think he cleared the red wizrobe room on the far right with the other blue Lionels in it, so I don't know that he knows that the floor drop is a heart. Shout out to the blue Lionels, though, for not rolling up. 4 damage is enough.
Not when they fire beams back at you.
Well, I didn't say it took away their beams, I just said, hey, we can kill them fast.
Yes, yes we can. So, Truant does turn his nose up at the book, which I assumed he would.
Yeah, book is one of those weird items in this flag set where if you have shapes, it's one of the best items you can find because you're not going to get trolled by a bomb wall anymore. But when you don't have shapes, you absolutely don't want to see it. Looks like it is a mixed overall. Still haven't really paid attention to whether or not we have 3 secrets that are large or just 1. But
I haven't even seen one yet since I joined you, so...
the one I saw was, I believe, on Vanilla level 1 first quest, and it was 76. I'm tempted to just call it as a 1 large secret seed.
Second quest mixed, maybe?
Yeah, it's not second quest in full, and it's not first quest in full, given that Monocle Rock didn't bomb open.
Truant into a pink dungeon. I don't know if we've seen this one.
Oh hey, we finally found the free blue candle. 55 minutes into seed with a red candle in hand.
Because that's how the game works.
The blue candle, thankfully, was only 50 rupees.
And this is level 1 for Truant.
So that basically means we're down to one dungeon from being in dungeon go mode, meaning we don't really need a raft or a power bracelet and have a small chance at best of needing a flute.
I didn't see where he found this one, but I don't think it was really blocked by anything too extraneous.
Yeah, also given he doesn't have any of the items required to open dungeons that are blocked on the overworld, but Stalfos is greeting him in level 1, always nice.
Alright, so it was the Death Mountain with all the dead trees in the bottom spot. And there's level 5 for your Captain Green. So we have found all of our dungeons now.
That's a negative. Still missing 6.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yeah, this is the dungeon you called earlier as being level 5, so you were right on that call. Captain Green has eliminated the transport in level 5. There's only one more staircase left here, and it will be the item.
This had the red candle in it, correct?
This did not have anything discovered to this point. The red candle is in level 4, the orange, kind of Halloween-y looking one with the blue Wizrobe Guard and the Triforce.
Okay, I just didn't mark this one for some reason. I should have, but I didn't.
It's alright, we got blood tracking for us, and we're keeping pretty good check on it, so we'll keep you in line. We do have a bomb upgrade, though. Let's see what it is. 5?
5 for 84 rupees. Not a bad price at all. I'll take that any day.
So he can max out at 18 in this seed if he finds the second one has the money for it.
And that is the one on the floor on level 1. That's a very nice find for Truant. Slightly important. And just a heart in level 5, so I think Truant got the better of this exchange.
Yep, the only way that's going to even out at all, I think, is if a ladder randomly shows up on the floor here in level 5. If that happens, I think you'll be content to pick that up. So Captain Green's kind of noping out a lot of these dark rooms because they cannot have anything of importance on the floor at this point. We've already found the compass and can't find anything outside of bombs or keys and compass in dark rooms. And I suppose a map, but who really needs a map when you got a book?
Still on the hunt for items in level 1. Still missing 2 of them. No, Fury. The blue item is not the best item. That's a regular boomerang, so the second item level 1 is not that great.
So we are out of items at this point in level 1, and he's going to take the Triforce and run.
Level
It
1
is a
being
Wan Nanner Nanner.
And CJ finishes in level 5, and we'll see where he goes next.
Did he find the floor drop, like a heart container or something, or what did he find?
He found the heart early.
Yeah, that was a staircase item, though, wasn't it? They found early.
Oh, okay, so he still has a floor item here then.
So it's looking potentially likely that's on the left side. Alright, can't bomb west there. Gonna go down and to the left, it looks like.
Got to deal with all these lovely orange dark wizards and get into slow mode.
Not only did it slow him down, it said, nope, you're going out. Kicked him out through the bomb wall.
Oh god, trying to bomb the dongos with slow mode, that should be fun.
Well, he's gonna nope the room and hope that that is not required at this point.
Well, it might be.
I was worried he would run out of time to get to that bomb pack. Well, at least he has 13 bombs built up for this room now, so I suppose that is the saving grace of it.
Well, there's blue bubbles right there. He's gonna say no to curing the corners. Okay, there goes
No,
back.
He's gonna turn around. He's like, wait a minute. Come back.
The Dongo's playing friendly. And this is not our item, so where is our item hiding?
Well, wait a minute. We have not seen the bomb pack yet, have we? So he either did not clear one of the rooms, or it's a bomb pack. That's the white sword normally. Because that double big block room that Truant was just in was a bomb dropping room, and a lot of the other rooms down south were dark or had items on the floor.
Yeah, so since he just left the dungeon, I'm going to assume that he came to the same conclusion that that is in fact just a bomb pack in that level.
Yeah, if I'm concerned that something may end up being the bomb pack dungeon on the floor, I tend to not mark it, but mentally make a note, and that way I can come back if I find the bomb pack later.
And this will be a level 1 for Captain Green, so he will pick up his wand momentarily.
Bad news for Truant is he may not realize that the bomb pack is the item in this dungeon because he doesn't have enough to really clear the Dodongos without getting kind of the same fortune on every first bomb on a Dodongo that Captain Green had.
With as thorough as he is, you gotta assume that Captain Green will stay here until he finds everything.
Finally found something that rolled up this seed, though. Just a little bit at least, potentially.
Trying to grab him more hearts, can't complain.
I think my favorite is when you get that unguard, I guard the map, and the next room actually has the map on the floor.
I've never seen that. In Captain Green saying, "No, I do not want to do a slow-mo. I'd rather spend my potion. I like it."
I've had it happen to one person racing that I was watching, but only the one time. But anyways, I don't even remember where the wand was in here. Is it in this room? Or is it somewhere else?
No, it's down in the foot.
Ah, fair enough.
So we got word that there was a second heart in level 5. So I was sorry, I didn't see 2 hearts there. Okay.
Fair enough. So the bomb pack is outstanding still. So we found all of our items in 1, 2, 3, one of our items in 4, both our items in 5. Nothing in 6 since we haven't seen it. Nothing in 7 at this point, and 2 of the 3 are hearts in level 8.
Captain Green picking up your favorite item.
Well, he knows what's up. Where was it? Sure it was in the foot?
The banana was in the foot. I'm not quite sure where the wand was now. I thought it was in the foot, but apparently not.
I see. Guess we're gonna go left here and find it sooner or later, though, because Truant found it. Here we go. Burning the wand. I guess he's unhappy because he found level 1 open to him at 67 minutes and assumes that his opponent probably already has found the wand, which is true, but not by the margin he probably suspects. Also, to dispel some of this memery that's going on here, in Swordless, if you find a boomerang and you know the dig doggers exist, rarely, if ever, should you not pick it up.
Early, I think you pick up whatever banana you find first, regardless of all memes aside.
Because I picked up both in my race last night. Picked up the wood boomerang first and magic boomerang second, because 3 or 4 of the enemies actually rolled down to 0 HP. I think we had like moblins and stuff down to 0, and if you can knock something out with a boomerang and save arrows or save anything really, it's not terrible. I even picked it up with the wand, just because dig doggers making those sit in place, the mini dig doggers, so I can just hit them with a wand and serve bombs. That also helps a lot. Certainly more use for boomerangs in Swordless than there ever would be in Sworded. We can agree on that.
Question now is, where is level 6 hiding?
Well, looks like we're going to check the rest of Death Mountain real quick and make sure there's nothing hiding up here still. I think that Truant is in a good dungeon to find some sort of item he can use. Because we're missing both items and the dungeon 6. We're missing both items in level 7, but we found 7. We're missing one item in level 8 on Captain Green's side, at least. And outside of the second item in level 4, I don't know that we're missing a whole lot. Truant apparently found a heart container at level 7, so just a single item outstanding.
And Captain Green gonna go finish off level 8 now that he has his wand, and we'll see if he can dig out the final item here as well. One item left outstanding here.
Yeah, I think level 7, you're gonna almost have to have a potion ready to go, just to cure your slow mode and get you through that landmolar room.
Captain Green almost running afoul of the Limola, but hops into the staircase to save his HP.
And landmolar, one of the rare occasions where having fire on the end of the wand isn't so bad, because it will burn them as they continue to run through it really quickly.
So with a heart and a half, I don't think it's going to turn out well for Truant unless you can manage to bomb them somehow.
Nah, I think you kind of wave the white flag in this dungeon without more health. You can candle boost through them, as is pointed out in chat, but I think you might want to go to the fairy fountain that's like 3 or 4 screens away. Get your health back, and then try that trick if you intend to get through that way. He's making the move that I think I was going to suggest this in a couple of seconds. Going to fort and trying to get past these blue wizards that you know rolled down. There's a chance that you might find a ladder in here or something of use that can open up level 6. Because you haven't found the floor drop yet.
Ladder would be helpful in terms of exploration. It wouldn't open up 6 for him though, unless it's on those 2 river spots maybe.
It could open up the river spots, or it could at least open up level 7 second item to be easier to grab than it currently is.
Only 2 bombs left and 1 heart, so yeah, he's gonna bounce back through and see if he can change his fortune a little bit.
Now, with 2 bombs left, you really should consider burning this old man right here, I think. If you burn the old man, you can go ahead and start forcing your count up. Or wand smack him, or whatever.
Yeah, so he's just going to repeatedly farm this room and up an A if he doesn't get bombs. So what he could do is count up a 10 and then bomb one of the Lionels and just ensure himself bombs.
Guessing Truant has... Oh, is the ladder blocked, or does he just know where the Triforce is in 8?
In 8? I'm not sure. I don't think we've seen the Triforce in 8 yet.
It's a ladder blocked from that side. Okay, that makes sense. So we now know where the Triforce is in 8. Bail out if necessary.
That whole foot of the level's been unexplored. Captain Green, unfortunately, making the same mistake a second time and going too far south and getting shuttered into that Chevy.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta factor nerves into some of this. And I think that's really what that was, is he just wasn't really thinking about the fact that that room was still there, because he also walked into the landmolar room, the blue landmolar room, for the second time. Truant's making the better decision here, I think, once he built up his 9 count, and he's going to go into the blue Lionel room. And miscount... Well, he didn't bomb the Lionel. He got a 5er at least, I guess.
Looks like Captain Green may leave 8, possibly.
He's probably thinking about what else he can do at this point.
He may
And the
get that
answer?
same instinct to go back to 4 as well at this point.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna make a decision to either go back to 4 or maybe explore 7 for the first time on his side. I think he's still got a potion use left if he wants to kind of get past that landmolar room and see what's there.
He's going through the desert, so I think he's going to 4.
Alright, looks like Truant's going to build his count up this time and get a bomb drop, so now we're in better shape. I think he can probably safely clear the last 2 blue Wizrobes with 5
As I say that, he turns and goes into 7, because why not?
Yep, that's pretty standard, showing off the commentators by going the opposite direction you think they're going.
Well, I mean, this makes sense. There's still, in his eyes, 2 items, and he needs to Triforce here, so...
Yeah, it's just going to be a question of how does he get through this blue landmolar room.
This might be the situation where you might just run to the ferry quick and... Or if he has a potion, you might just burn it.
Unless I'm silly, I think he's got a blue potion left in his inventory.
Or he's just going to be patient and burn that. I almost tried to burn him. Got a little bit greedy.
Well, he had to turn because he got hit by the fireball. He didn't want to take more fireballs, and if you turn your character at all, it kind of resets the landmola to go a different direction, or at least consider changing directions, from what I've seen. So the moment he did that turnaround, suddenly they start jetting towards him, which is unfortunate. Here comes that.
Yeah, gonna just fill up and get through it now. Hopefully. Just saying, I'm gonna just spite you with arrows at this point.
Alright, Truant's gonna build some more bombs off the old man. I think he didn't know exactly how many shots or where he was in his count, so he went ahead and took the bop from the fireball.
Mola's hiding a heart. That might have been the heart that we've seen already, though.
Yep, and he sacrifices his money over the heart he just got. And because this is a reverse sea room, I don't think a standing item really can change or impact whether or not this is a staircase, so he's going to have to check it.
It is a push block, so we'll see if it's an item or not. Cooper, Truant does have the wand. He was the first of the 2 to get it.
Yep, the suit's starting to feel like the first one to get ladder is going to be the first one to really break it open, because you can definitely start tanking more once you get to that point. Oh, Truant gets beaten up by that Wizrobe, though. He's down to 2 bombs again, so it's going to be another situation where he probably has to farm his count so that he doesn't run out of bombs.
Red Ring is on the coast, yes.
And so just more information, I guess. For me, I don't like bombing the Wizrobes if they've already made the one turn they usually execute before they potentially fly away. If they haven't made that turn, they don't often decide to turn on the fly on you, like do that little diagonal flight that they like to do. Also, Captain Green, if you wanted to more easily get this blue dark nut, you can do a sideways clip and it'll get you far enough to where I think your wand can actually hit the dark nut. It's just like a ladder clip would be if you had the ladder in a tea room.
What is a level 7 in blue dark nuts? I always tend to see them here.
Well, in case you didn't have enough yet, here's some more.
So only 6 HP, so they're not awful at least.
I'm gonna just try and take this guy out, and manages to do so. It is a push block. We're starting to get lower on staircases. I think there's only 2 left. Assuming that they don't connect to that one that he passed up earlier, I should say.
At least with the wand, this isn't as combat heavy as it would have been prior without it.
There should be one more mugger. There's 4 transports, I think, in level. One one-way staircase. I guess there are a couple more that you could hit. And then there's the item staircase he's searching for.
We have a staircase here under the Goma, and it is another transport. Staircase underneath the mold worm, and it's an item. It is our flute, so that could unlock level 6.
Yep, it means that every enemy in the game can now be killed by Captain Green as well, because he can now kill the dig doggers, which were the last thing that were standing in his way. So with that, he's going to run straight to the Triforce room as he has both items cleared out of here, and it's more danger noodles. Hooray.
The river makes this a little bit easier, just limits you to one instead of both of them.
And here's the Triforce. It's on top of the river. Hey!
And he gets a Dunsat, and he cannot pick it up. It's too far up, and he is not pleased.
I wouldn't up an A, though. I would probably go and see if you can't, by some miracle, bomb that wall. It shouldn't normally, to my knowledge, but I would at least check it.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what you suggested, and negative.
Yeah. The walls on level 7, I think.
There's no walkthrough walls in 7, never mind.
Bottom of 4 is apparently ladder blocked as well. I don't think there are any bomb walls in level 7, but I do recall a circumstance where a level got messed up to where like it wouldn't connect if there wasn't a bomb wall. But I guess since he's in the middle segment of that, and yeah, Jake Cobra's just confirming all of this in chat, that if it's disconnected, it will bomb, otherwise it won't.
So this is looking like possibly a forced double dip of 7. Having to go into 7 to get the flute, to come out of 7 to get the ladder, maybe?
Well, apparently there's one room left in level 4 that Truant did not look at. To the left of the Wizro room. In level 4. And then there's also the second item in level 8, because I think that Captain Green did not correctly read his map. I think there was still some rooms you could check.
He has 2. No, he has 2 items in level 8. He has 2 hearts.
Yep, I think he's missing one staircase item, the third item in level 8, and then he'd be all set. Unfortunately, he definitely did not mark that he picked up a floor heart at level 5, so he's thinking that this is where it's at. He may find that floor heart still, he may not have picked it up, he may have not cleared the room it was in, but for whatever it may be, he simply does not know that this is not what he's looking for.
And with that slow curse, he just gets jumped on by the Tektites. Yeah, he's gonna save and get rid of the curse.
We do have a lot of recorder spots open on the overworld. I would feel like you might want to take advantage of that recorder and see if level 6 might be there.
I would, simply because you have to clear it anyway, and you have 2 items there, so why not? I mean, eventually you have to clear level 6, so you might as well find it and see what it has. And then if it doesn't have what you want, then you start redigging dungeons. Captain Green getting through that room without touching the red bubble this time, gonna be curse free. Gonna be able to get by the Tektites a little bit more efficiently, gets a fairy also, so now he's back pretty much at full life. Probably won't be too happy when he sees a heart container here. Probably was hoping for something better, but at least he'll know that it's finished. Sees a dig dagger. Gonna assume this might have his item, but we'll see. And that is a bomb pack, which is not fun for him to see. So he is going to leave, assuming that is the white sword bombs. Captain is going to start checking flute spots to determine where level 6 is and if he needs the power verse there or not.
It's starting to feel like it has to be blocked by something.
Yeah, I think at this point in the seed, we can almost guarantee that level 6 is definitely blocked by something. And those Gibdos just rolling down to 4, which is nice. 1 arrow. I like that play by Captain Green to refill his potion. His combat's good enough where he has 8 hearts, that should be enough for him. So he's going to the desert. That's probably the most inclusive level for recorder spots. There's 3 of them over here.
Strike 1.
Oh for 2.
Nope.
Batter's out.
So what's he have left on flute spots?
Death Mountain, the 2 in the grave, and the ones in the Deadwoods. Oh yeah, the one here by Vanilla Star also. Wow, like nothing open to the flute. Interesting. Oh, are you sure this is a mixed overworld? Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, if Monocle Rock doesn't bomb open, it can't be first quest. And if you got Flute as your level 2, it has to not be all first quest. So I'm pretty sure it's mixed second because of the
We've only seen one
lack
large,
of
so.
Yeah, we haven't seen the other 2 large at this point, and there's only a handful of spots that could be still. Alright, Truant's 1/3 of the way there at knowledge level 8 at this point.
Well, finds a potion shop. Doesn't really care about that though.
Just gonna have to go down on this screen, I think, to go ahead and make sure that the screen right below this does not have a recorder spot as well. Oh, we have one that works.
Almost took a banana to the back, but outruns it. But just gets stolen.
So, 2 more grave spots left to check, and the one nearest to his start point for this, since we started up in the Eastern Death Mountain.
Still got 3 checks. Nothing there.
Down to 2.
It'll be the last minute checks, I'm sure, because the game is funny. Oh, well, there's a second large.
They're all blocked except for the one vanilla one, so we are first quest mix.
And it's not a recorder spot, so at this point, if I was him, I'd probably go back to 4, maybe 8.
If I were him, I'd go to 4 first, because he doesn't know it's ladder blocked at the bottom at minimum, and it's just a bunch of 2-bomb Wizros at this point in his way.
Yeah, 4 is his first play. And Captain Green is very good at his bomb management and bomb counting, so he should be fine. But you still can't walk into him.
Yeah, that's not fun.
He does have a potion, so he might choose to use it.
Well, we'll find out.
Has to be careful though, because they do 2 extra damage if they touch him. Gonna use his potion so he can get those bombs. Nicely done.
So what do we have to the left here? We have a moat blocking that side. Nice. So he's gonna find out the bad news soon. Speaking of bad news, Truant found the danger noodles in 8. You can guess what happened there. Seed has lots of jokes at this point.
So that means we most likely at this point, have to go back to level 9, level 8, I mean, to dig out another item.
Yep, it's almost assured that Raft or Power Bracelet is the last item in 8. My tracking just had one spot that I didn't see checked so far, so unless I'm randomly wrong.
Your map of level 8?
No, overworld.
Gotcha.
It also could be the latter, that is true. We do have those spots on the river that neither runner to this point that I saw checked.
Is it a floor drop in here in 4 that we're missing?
Yes.
Could be right here, actually.
Yep, that's true.
Nope.
Womp womp. Retry and running.
Yeah, he wants his bombs back, which you can't blame him.
And you'll never guess what room Truant just found. Hint, it was a Chevy room. So, we now have a score of 2 times that Captain Green has run into that Chevy room and been shuttered in to Truant's 1.
Looks like Captain Green knows he has to go back to 8. That's where you put a sticky note on your computer. Do not go south. Do not go south.
Well, you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, is the way I look at it.
Still a very close race, all things considered. I think Captain Green might have a little bit more exploration done, but Truant's not far behind him by any stretch.
Surprised that CG7's back in this land mole room.
He may have forgotten about it. As long as he doesn't go into that Chevy room again. The Chevy room was one south of where he just was, so he's gonna bypass it this time. And we have a push block behind the Goma. It's a transport. With all the transports, we haven't really even used them. They've just been there. And we have the ladder in level 8. Huge fun for Captain Green.
Woo, we have progress.
And he's gonna burn it in frustration?
Well, again, he has no idea where Truant is at. Truant has no idea where he's at, so to him, getting your ladder to eventually find your last dungeon at an hour and almost 40 minutes probably feels really bad.
Yeah, for sure. And he may have to go back to 4 still to dig out another item there.
Well, if he doesn't go to the coast immediately, I will be surprised.
Well, he's here, so he might check the 2 river spots and then head go down there.
Oh, you flute back. He's making the play. He's going to go to the coast, then go to level 4 maybe, but definitely will get his red ring for, well, where is he going?
He's going to check the river spots, which is what I thought he was going to do.
But he was at the top of the...
Oh, one of them's that, so it's going to be one more. Could be this one right here. It is
and
not,
it's not,
so we have to go to level 4.
I'm just going to give up predicting where people go.
With his combat, he may not care about the red ring personally.
If it's free, you pick it up, though. I mean, it's one thing if it's deep in a dungeon and you don't want to go grab it. If it's free, it's a bit different to me.
Yeah, I mean, it would amplify his hearts quite a bit. He may do it after 4 now. He just may loop over there.
Well, if he dies to the blue Wizrobes, well, actually, he doesn't have to do them. Just walks to the left. But if he dies in this, I will laugh at him just a little bit inside.
I don't know why he's going to kill this room and he can just ladder clip across it, but he may not be thinking like...
An hour and 41, just mental fatigue. With Wizrob's guaranteed to level 9, though, I still think he's guaranteed to go grab it before he goes that way. I mean, it's only 60 seconds and it could save you deaths in 9 that cost you more.
Wait a second, there's one room in level 4 he didn't check. There was a ladder room to the right.
He didn't check it, but Truant did, and it's the map. So it won't cost him.
That red bubble course will be funny to watch him trudge the rest of this level now.
He's got the potion ready immediately, by the way.
Chat bringing up a good point. He is an hour 42 in, and he knows Truant's very solid this game, so he may think he's behind a bit.
Not sure about the dark room clear with the bombs, but... Oh, I guess there was a push block in here. That's actually fair, even though it won't be a staircase item. He may have forgotten that.
Takes a Lano beam to the back and turns around and gives it a pot shot.
And he may have to clear this room, too. This can be a floor drop. Now we're getting word that Captain Green retried as well, so... That's why that door was locked still for him. Nice, he had a count. I didn't even realize he had the count going after taking the pot shot back at the Lionel, but... $5. Alright, that's not as likely to be a floor drop in 4, so this is probably going to be the item here.
It's our raft, so our level 6 is going to be raft blocked.
There's only one raft spot because of the overworld being the way it is. However, I think just about every seed I've seen with Mirrored Overworld has had a raft spot come into play, just because the game knows.
He was thinking about going down the coast, gonna say no. I guess he doesn't want it, which I don't know.
Truant has his flute at this point. And he's about 2 rooms away from getting some very bad news.
Oh, he saw it already. He knows that he's dealing with shenanigans. And gets the done set. Edginess, I think it's mostly just due to feeling behind.
Ta-da! Level 6 and the one remaining raft spot that isn't world wrappable or screen wrappable. Yeah, but a room like this becomes super dangerous suddenly. Land Mole. If that had been blue Land Mole, he would have had to burn his potion probably to get through it.
Most likely a staircase, and hugs the darkness.
Yep, so 1 death in already, and he's probably cost himself more time than it would have to grab the red ring. I mean, that'll be the end of me harping on it for now, but just when you're so close by at level 4, it was pretty much there. Pretty much there.
Not even bothering checking items, just wants to look for the Triforce.
Well, now he knows where the Triforce is at. That's always good. Unfortunately, another death for Captain Green.
This has been a very Lambola heavy seed.
I know somewhere out there in the background, Jiggly Saint is cackling like a madman.
Jiggly Saint, another one of our commentators in the Zelda 1 community with a very strong fondness for the Lenmol. Chooses to burn his potion to keep going here.
Yeah, I don't really blame him for that one either. I mean, the only thing left in this dungeon at this point that you could really want is maybe a power bracelet to find the paper, but at the same time, you have to get to that Triforce piece. Which is ladder blocked and is either the transport is either by this reverse C room down here, or it's in one of the 2 rooms, I want to say, in the middle of 6. Man, he got past those red land mollusks just barely. And nope, gotta go.
That's that one room that he didn't check.
Jokes have continued in the seed.
This has been a interesting seed. I know you like the trolley ones. I think this falls into that category.
Yep. This one doesn't push. I think he's already checked it. So now you're gonna have to bomb right here. Or nope.
Yeah, he knew he could go down. He don't want to waste the other bomb.
Oh, that's fair, I suppose.
That's a push block.
This room or next room, one of them has to be.
Watch us be the item, just to spite him. Aw.
Not today. Oh boy. We get blue dark nuts. Gotta get
Fun
past
times. And he does manage to scooch by. And a free Triforce. Thankfully for him, he has everything he needs to beat the seed, so he doesn't have to deal with that mess.
So now he simply has to get his Triforce out of level 7, which is past Blue Land Mola, so he's going to have to either get another potion or get past him on full health on the first try, basically. And not where he wanted to land, I guess.
So it looks like he's going to the coast now.
Yeah, after 2 deaths in level 6, I'm not surprised. I think he said mercy on this. And Truant is going to take a couple minutes to sit here and think about what he's missed and maybe kind of reset before continuing.
So go back to the forest chute and then take the wall and climb back through to the Triforce.
Well, he can certainly just tank this landmolar room now. He's just got to try and dodge these bubbles this time. But it's not slow mode for a while. And he has pulled it off? Yes. So let's see where Truant's going to go. He's at level 5. He's going to, I guess, continue checking some recorder spots.
Interestingly enough, these seeds tend to be determined by who finds or who offense first. It wasn't really the case in this seed.
Well, Captain Green did find his offense first as far as Red Candle and Bow go, but then Truant found his wand a little bit quicker and kind of caught up and surpassed Captain Green's combat. Only for Captain Green to find the ladder in level 8 that kind of opened up the last bit. So this one was more back and forth rather than traditional one person gets a lot of the items early and gets way ahead.
Just face taking and carving up those Limolas gets his Triforce. Then he will be hitting the 9 Fury. What's he going to be looking for?
He's going to be looking for as many blue Wizrobe rooms as he can find.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he'll find some of those.
And some turnstile rooms. Gotta love those. Gotta have a bunch of them in 9. And then gotta have a Shutter Door and a Roar of Ganon as well. He's a bit low on bombs, so he's gotta hope there's not a whole bunch of bomb walls in this. He should be lucky enough to find quite a few open doors and some walkthrough walls, so it's not going to be all bombs.
Like Theorwolf likes to say, level 9 second quest is usually free until it's not. Ooh, lots of red bubbles.
Yeah, it's definitely important to dodge those in here because those turnstiles you sometimes want to block clip through.
We hear Ganon.
He's going to clear this room real quick, and that was not Zelda, so on he goes to Ganon.
And 3 shutter doors, so she could be in any direction just from this room.
It's one of my favorite rooms to fight him in.
Ganon just wants to buy a car. Driving Mr. Ganon.
Alright, is she to the south? The answer there, no. How about north or west? North first. Is she there? No. 3-door Monty says door number 3. Hey! We found her. Get your GGs out. CaptainGreen7 has finished the seed. Official SRL time at 1:55.50, and Truant within 10 seconds says, "No, I am done too."
I mean, you can't blame him. He still had quite a bit to go. Just the ladder and 8 holding him up a bit. See if they want to have a quick chat with us or not. While we wait for them, if you guys have enjoyed what you see, please give both of the runners a follow. CaptainGreen7 and TruantGamer for a heck of a race. Please follow our tracker behind the scenes who did a fantastic job for us, Sabaletta, and my co-com, Furious K.
Worked on getting them invited in so they can talk to us about it. So after all that early combat, it's kind of interesting that it still came down to a single item, the ladder, to actually be able to progress to the end of the seed. Because that wasn't really what I was thinking would block it, but it turns out that just was required to get the raft that was all the way down in the bottom of 4 to be able to find the last dungeon and actually complete it all, and to get your Triforce and
Let me get them in here manually. So they will be playing at least one more, possibly 2.
looks like they're starting to trickle in now. GG's to the both of you. That was a bit of a fun one after we got all that early combat.
Yeah, indeed. And thank you so much, Fury, for helping set up the restream, but maybe stop rolling.
Yeah, I figured I was going to get a little bit of flack for how that seed kind of played out at the midway point.
It was definitely a fun one to puzzle together, but boy, is a stressful one to be racing in. That's one of those ones where I wish I had just been playing it offline.
Well, you'll be happy to know that you had the any key in both first, and then had the red candle first. But as you probably guessed, you did not have the wand first, although probably not by the margin you expected it to be.
Yeah, I felt really good when I got the early bow and silvers, and so even knocking wand early didn't feel too bad, but boy, did it start to drag in the middle anyway.
Yeah, Truant, I think, had the wand with about a 10 to 12 minute lead on your pickup of it, so it wasn't like it was a drastic difference in that. It was more that he took a little bit longer to get started because he didn't get down to level 2 as quickly as you did to find the Innie key, and then he double dipped his bow out of there, so I ended up getting the red candle out of the 4 first.
Yeah, I don't know if wand really made a difference in this seed as much as, that early red candle, and then bombs was kind of where it needed to be in this flag set, or this seed.
Yep, the difference in this ended up being the ladder that was 1 room away from the Triforce room in level 8. It was kind of the middle left to right path that connects the inside vertical lane with the 2 on the left. And you had your choice of getting down into, I think, a double push block Goma room, or taking the staircase that I think you found at the very.
Yeah, I'll forever live and die with Second Quest 8. I do not want anything to do with it when I can, and I mean, that wasn't the biggest thing for me. I just couldn't combat like the Wizard room in 4. I could not do that for the life of me, and I kept thinking what I had to do to get bombs too. I think I had a 10 count, and then I didn't drop the bomb, and I knew better right away. So yeah, I think that's what probably killed me more than anything. But I will 100 times out of 100 avoid 8 until the very last second.
Yep. And then I guess my question to Captain Green is, did the land molas kind of force you into submission into getting the red ring, or did you just kind of lose track of that being out on the coast?
Both. I forgot it was out on the coast after I got the ladder, and then after I died in 6 like 2 or 3 times, that was enough to trigger like, oh yeah, there's a red ring out there. So that's why I jumped out there.
Yeah, so I think chat and myself kind of both thought you would get it. If not after bombing the river spot that was left available to you, then certainly right before or right after 4, and then you kind of left to go to level 6 after you found your raft, and we're just like, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it was like an hour, 45 minutes into the seed at that point or whatever, and like I had seen the red ring at probably like minute 5 or something, so it was completely out of my mind once I hit go mode.
Let's see here. You guys, I think, already have your game 2 figured out as to when you're going to go there, right?
We were thinking tomorrow night. We're not. Still need to sync up after this, but probably. I think we have a deadline. Truant's busy after next Tuesday or Wednesday or something, so it'll be soon.
Oh. So we're going to hope for lots of shapes and +4 dark nuts and gels and keys for the next one, I suppose, for game.
Maybe if you roll it again. I mean, my main takeaway from this is from now on, I'm definitely going to be tracking Second Quest level 8, because right now the only dungeon I track is level 9, but that cost me a lot of time, having to triple dip that level.
Yeah, and that Chevy room got you not once, but twice too, if I recall.
Yep.
Yep, the game has jokes, as we all know. Alright, well, Darkfalls, you got anything else for either runner? I kind of said
just,
all.
Congrats on the seed. Well done to both of you. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yep,
And we will see you guys tomorrow for another race.
Yep, Truant's definitely not out of it, though. I mean, if he manages to make his way down that level 8, Captain Green really wasn't that far removed from level 8, or ahead of him by all that much at that point, so gotta be careful with your Captain Green once we go to game 2, which may or may not be tomorrow night. We'll have to check the schedule then.
Alright, thanks guys.
Yep.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you again for putting this all together on short notice. Much appreciated.
Now let me go ahead and pull the schedule up. There is a match tonight, I believe. I'm not sure if we have
Yes,
a
10
channel
o'clock
set up.
Saver and Chess Shark Game 2. We don't have a channel for that quite yet. We're still working on it.
Let's see what's on Speed Gaming. Alright, looks like you have your pick of a lot of different options here. Looks like we have the Summit Decathlon on Speed Gaming 1, and we have a spoiler tournament just kicking up for A Link to the Past, as well as Metroid Zero Mission 100%. So you got 3 channels to look forward to if you're looking for more action here. Otherwise, you might want to stay tuned and see where we go tonight with that match. If we get restreamed, we'll certainly put it up on our schedule. But for now, thanks to Speed Gaming once again for the short notice setup and putting us on a channel and getting it all done in short order. That was fantastic effort. Thanks to Boletta for literally getting pinged 30 seconds ahead of the match and taking over tracking. That helped us out a lot early. Thanks to Dark Falls for joining me as he got home today, because it was just going to be me solo initially, and I'm Fury SK saying so long for now.